Let's pay homage to the lineage gurus. Homage to the Venerable Monk Liao Ming. Homage to Master Sakya Zeng Kong. Homage to His Holiness the 16th Karmapa. And homage to Master Drupten Dorji. Homage to the three jewels of the altar. Homage to the main deity of the good practice tonight. Namo Siddhigarbha Bodhisattva, the earth store Bodhisattva. Sumo, Tanchen Capsule, Druten Siddhi. All Dharma masters, Dharma educators, Dharma teachers, Dharma lecturers, Dharma assistants, directors of temples and chapters, and all disciples present here over the internet. Good evening, everyone. How do you do?
아이시테루 사랑해 오라미코 깨깨로 무쳐 스코인 이치바 기모지 주미 야비 뿌린뿌린 건방와 가운 빈条这个在前几天
a few days ago, the 24th of the 8th, 24th day of the 8th lunar month, in the evening, I give Sumu eye drops. So for the left eye is the red bottle. Is it antibiotic? And for the right eye is for the teardrops, man-made teardrops. And then I draw the curtains for her room because there would be sun in the morning. And then I would set her alarm to let her check the clock that can be reflected on the ceiling. And then we set a boundary protection for the whole bedroom. And then before Sumo fell asleep, she looked at me and said, "You're not Seng Yen Lu." She told me that I am not Seng Yen Lu. And of course I am not Seng Yen Lu. That's what's written in the Vajra Sutra. So who am I then? You've changed. So there's another head on top of your head. And that scared me,
我说我头上有
shocked me.
一个头，我又不是松赞干布。
So I'm not
松赞干布是
Songchan
这样子，
Kampo. I had
他
another
出生
hat
的
on
时
top of
候
my
啊，
head.
他头上有一个头，
Because when Songchan Kampo was born, there was
嘎
a
门
small
头
hat
头
on top of
在
him,
他的头
on
上，
top of his
是
head.
他的本
The
尊。
head of Amitabha Buddha, his yidam.
他平时呢，害怕人家看到，就用红色的绢布
Because he's afraid
把它绑起来，
of people seeing that, so he used a red cloth to
让人家看到
cover
头
it.
上有一个头。
He never let
他问我
people see
看
that
我说你
head.
头上有一个头，
But she told me that there's another
去
hat
你
on
的
top of
头，
my
来
head.
不及。
And I said, you go ahead.
我才不信我头上有一个头。
I would not believe that there's another hat
我
on
说那
top
个
of
不
my
是
head.
头，
And I
是
said,
弱鸡，
that's not head, that's
这
a
里有一个
head
弱
balm.
鸡，旁边就是滑鸡。
And on the side is the
对
hair
对对对对，
um,
他这样子看的。
hair side. And she said, yes, that's right, that's right. She looked like this.
哎，你的脸呢？
And your
变成阿弥
face
陀佛的脸了，
has changed
而
to
且那个
become
全身啊
Amitabha
放
Buddha's
出那个无量的
face,
白灿
and the
烂的
whole
光，
body emit a
很
really bright white light.
然后他看完了，
And
准备要
then
睡了，要睡又看旁边，
she was
Eh?
about to fall asleep and look at the sight,
你
and
旁
she
边
said,
站一个人哦，
next to you, someone is
你旁边站一
standing
个人。
next to you.
我说男的还是女的？
And I asked, is it a
我问
man
他
or a
男的还是
woman?
女的？
I asked her.
他说他看不清楚是男的还是女的，
And she said, I
人
could
家
not
穿
see
喇叭罩，
clearly,
但是比你还高。
but he's wearing lama robe and taller than you are.
如果是别人，
If it had been
脚
somebody
从
else,
脚底上开始麻，一直
that
麻麻
you
麻
would
麻
be
麻
numb
到头
from
顶，
the bottom of your feet all the way up
这个
to
脸
the
全
tip
身
of
的
your
毛
head,
通通竖立。
and all the hair, body hair would stand
我
up.
旁边站一个人，
Someone is standing right next to me,
然后他讲完，他就睡着。
and after she said that, she fell asleep.
我把旁边这个人带到我
So I took that person to my room.
他就是莲印上师。
He was Master Lin Yin.
这个时候啊，这地藏王菩萨就出来了，
At that time, Siddhigarbha Bodhisattva appeared,
泰山福君也出来，
and Taisan Fujin too. The
十殿
Fujin
阎罗
also
都出
appeared,
来。
and the Yama from the 10 halls also appeared.
那我看着莲印上师说
And I looked at Master Lin Yin and I said,
啊，那你怎么出来了？你的元神怎么跑出来了？
how come your soul has left
他说
your
"I'm
body?"
fine."
And he said,
当然不是讲英文。
of course he did not say English, did not speak in English.
他就走了，我元神就，我
He's
元神
gone.
先出来啊，
So the soul got out
来找
first
你啊。
to look for you.
他说，师尊，你要带我走。
And he said, Grandmaster, take me with you.
我就
And I
请
said,
这个
yes, sure.
地藏王菩萨、
So I asked
Taisan
Siddhigarbha
Fujin.
Bodhisattva,
十殿阎罗，
Taisan
你
Fujin,
们
and the Yama of the 10 halls just go to the netherworld, and they disappeared. And then I invoke the place that you should go to. I invited Vajra, Virudaka, Rastra, and Virupaksa, heavenly kings, to descend. And I said, Master Lien Yin, you follow the 4 heavenly kings to support you. Then go there. That was the 8/24. What happened at the night of the 24th day of the 8th month. So the 4 heavenly kings supported Master Lien Yin to be reborn in the Buddha land. So Simu personally witnessed it. So Simu's eyes now are incredible, could see the yin and the yang and the whole universe. She could see them all. The Reverend Lien En. She's at the Tantric Order. One dawn, Simu saw. She went to Europe and saw the decorations in Europe. Many people having a party there. And saw 2 people standing in front of her talking, and told Simu, I cannot hear clearly, speak clearly. And the 2 of them turn around and look at her. One is a man and there's mark on his feet. Simu saw clearly. And Lien En stood there. And Lien En asked Simu, why were you mumbling? And Simu said, didn't you see? No, I didn't see anything. You didn't see anything? He's standing right next to you. And Lien En stepped backward all the way to the kitchen. That was the first time Simu had a sighting. And when it's daybreak, all the scenes are disappeared. Many people open the cabinet doors, and they all hid into the cabinets, and there were some people that had caught all the feet going in. That was her first, the first time she saw. And afterwards she often saw. So on the 24th day of the 8th Lunaman, she saw Master Lien Yin and she saw Grandmaster becoming Amitabha Buddha, and she saw it very clearly. These are all true words. Sumo rarely talked about spiritual stuff. She never said anything all her life. But now her eyes become yin and yang. Sometimes before sleep, she would tell me what she saw. And I told her, I've seen more than you do, than you have, so no need to tell me. When she was young, she never talked about this. And now in her 70s, that's strange. She went to the eye doctor and told the eye doctor, what kind of eye ointment did you give me? Artificial 3 drops, a kind of antibiotic, a kind of steroid. And one more, I don't know what it is, a few bottles for her eyes. And Sumo said, the medicine that you gave me would make me see things. And they said, no, it's just normal things, just ointment for the eyes, so that you don't have infection for your ears, and also to cleanse your eyes, and then for inflammation. Those are all the medicine. And Sumo told them, but I saw the intangibles. And when the eye doctor heard that, what? Saw those, so maybe we should transfer you to the mental ward, because eye doctor never heard that anybody would see the intangibles. They never heard of it. So she truly saw. So today, I especially pray to Siddhigarbha Bodhisattva, Taisan Fujin, and the Yama King of the 10 halls. Let me share a joke first. Yao Qian was involved in a car accident, and then the nurse told him, can you rub your legs and tell me if there's a feeling? And he did and said, yeah, there's a good feeling. And then the nurse said, come on, can't you rub your own legs? So asking you to rub your own leg, not the nurse's legs. Xiaoming told the doctor, recently I feel strange, can you please diagnose? And the doctor took a look and said, you have bad eyesight. And Xiaoming said, you haven't even checked. How do you know my eyes had problems? And the doctor said, did you see the sign outside the hospital? Because this is a vet hospital, an animal hospital. So don't mistake many things. Now we will do the question and answer. Ask a question from Singapore. Lianhua Lin Mei Fang. Homage to the lineage Root Guru, Living Buddha Lien Sheng. Thank you for answering my question. At any moment, I always remind myself to place above my head. So, with our lineage Root Guru, His Holiness Living Buddha Lien Sheng sitting on top of our heads, everything would go smoothly and auspicious. Even if we encounter calamities, the Root Guru will also save us. So, that means our conduct and behavior is very important, right? So, however, if we make mistakes, and then the lineage Root Guru is above our head, so would he also see or know about it? Then are we getting our lineage Root Guru involved in the mistake then? So the lineage Root Guru on top of my head, what would happen? And this may be a big joke or a stupid question. Thank you, thank you to the extremely holy lineage Root Guru, Living Buddha Lien Sheng. A question from Lianhua Lin Mei Fang from Singapore. She also always think of lineage Root Guru sitting on top of her head, and everything will go smoothly and auspicious. But if she violates speech precepts or bodily precepts or conduct or behavior, so does she involve the lineage Root Guru to violate to create the karma? So what she said was that would the lineage Root Guru on top of her head knows when I create the karma? That's the key question. Often think of the lineage Root Gurus to be seated on top of our heads. Let me tell everyone, Grandmaster, don't have that many emanation bodies to sit on top of the heads of disciples and to see. Then my head would become tens of thousands of heads to see what other people are doing days in, days out. No. I don't know if you're married or not. So when you're sleeping with your husband at night and I am on your head, on top of your head, however, let me tell you, Grandmaster does have an emanation body, emanated body. In a split of a second, I can go anywhere I want. Whether you're in Taiwan, Japan, Indonesia, Singapore, or West America, Central America, East Coast, or South America, North America, or Europe, or Southeast Asia. Anyway, I can go there in a split of a second. I have an emanation
天天
body
都跟一个人在一起，
who's always together with one person.
我就住在他的心中。
I lives inside her heart.
我们这里有多伦多精英雷藏寺的
We have
莲
from
雄上师，
Jin-in Lezang Temple in Toronto, Master Lian
他
Xiong.
每一次在多伦多精英雷藏寺啊，在建
Every
精英雷
time
藏寺的时候啊，一
When
碰到
he
困
was
难，
building the
他就跟
Jin-in
师尊讲，
Lezang Temple in Toronto, when he encountered
就合
some
掌跟师尊祈祷。
difficulties, he would join his palms and pray to Grandmaster.
那我就显现
And I
在他的
appeared
这个身边，告诉他怎么做。
next to him and would tell him what to
莲雄
do.
上师有没有这回事？
Master Lian Xiong, is this the case?
好，谢谢你，你坐。
Thank you, thank you.
马上
Please
去
be
跟他
seated.
讲怎么做，
I would tell him
这
immediately
个
what
事
to
情怎么
do,
解决。
how to solve the problem.
他很快他就知道了，你就知道答案怎么
Immediately
做
he would know the solution and what to do.
我有一个分身呐、
I have an emanation body.
刚刚讲的那个分身是在台湾，
The earlier emanation body is in
我
Taiwan.
也有一个分身呐、
I have another emanation
只要向
body.
我祈祷，我就出现，
Whenever she prays to me, I would appear.
甚至我自己想去哪里就去哪里。
So I can go anywhere I want.
我也看到啊，
I
我入谁的梦
also had the vision. I entered somebody's dreams.
这个厨房组的，穿白衣的，在双联隔壁的，
The one that
我
worked
有
in
没有
the
入你的
kitchen,
梦？
the one wearing white next to Shuang Lian.
啊
Did I enter into your
你
dream?
跟我之间的誓盟，你跟我之间的誓
The
盟，就在那
the
个梦中，有
promise
没有？
between you and I
有
was
就
in the
讲
dream.
大声一点。有。
Say it
好
louder.
请坐。
Yes. Please be seated.
他来厨房组工作，从台湾飞到这里来厨房组工作，最近要回去了。
She came from
她是为这个
Taiwan
使
to
命
work
来
in the kitchen, and she's about to leave soon. And she came for this
我不是随便叫那个人
promise.
来啊，
I did not ask just anybody,
那位纽约
just
的
randomly.
卢双双，
And Lu Song
是我
Song
叫
from
她
New
来的。
York came here because I asked her to.
纽约来的卢双双，你知道吧？
Do you know Lu Song Song from New York?
你们都看过了，看过了举手。
You have seen her? Please raise your hand if you have.
是我叫她来的，
I was the one who asked her to come.
她来了说我带她去，带我的房间去看她的
When
本
she
尊
came,
跟她妈妈。
I asked her and her
我单
mom
独
to
叫一个
to my
人到我
room
房间去
to see her yidam.
带她跟她的妈
I
妈
did
到
not
我房
ask
间
a
去看
lady
她
to
的
come to my room by herself, but she and her mom
是我叫
to
她
come
来
to my room to see her
来这
yidam.
边，因为
It
厨房
was
组的
I
人
who
快要没有
asked
人
her to
我叫
come
她来这里下厨房。
because we have
结果
less and less people working in the kitchen, so I
这个
asked her to come here to
Seattle
work in the
雷藏寺
kitchen. But
这个
Seattle
委员会
Lezang Temple
管理委员会
director,
所拒绝这个人，
directors, board of directors refused and rejected her.
等下一次机会吧。
So she returned to New York.
是
So
我叫她
maybe
来的，
maybe next time. It was I who asked her to come to help work in the kitchen. She let go of everything in New York. She was a hairstylist in New York. But she studied construction and interior decoration, interior design. So she let go of everything that's in her house and give away the value of close to 20,000 value to come here to become a volunteer. But the Seattle Lezang Temple management team sent her off. It's a pity, but it's okay. Grandmaster will find other people. There are nobody left in the kitchen to work in the kitchen. These people here that are about to leave. So I'm looking for someone with the U.S. permit, and perhaps she would become a nun. In the future, she would become a nun, and yet they chase her out. Let me tell you a problem. When you have good karma, when you do good, you visualize Grandmaster seated on top of your head. When you breach the speech precept or you breach the behavior precept, even then, if you ask Grandmaster to sit on top of your head, Grandmaster will not want, and Grandmaster will not see anything. But no matter what, the karma is really frightening. Everything that you do is recorded. They're all recorded. All the karma that you have violated would be recorded. And karma, they are the so-called recorded karma and the unrecorded karma. And what is the unrecorded karma? As a spiritual cultivator, whatever you do, and you know a dharma, you protect yourself first. You protect yourself so that the gods and ghosts will not be able to see inside it. That's unrecorded. If you're not spiritual cultivator and you don't know how to do boundary protection, then everything is recorded. So when you create karma, whether it's a speech karma, a body or conduct karma, Grandmaster will not be there. He's not sitting on top of your heads. Very simple answer to your question. Answer to Lianhua Lin Mei Fang from Singapore. The second question from Malaysia. Lianhua Xiaomei. Homage to Grandmaster. There is a believer called Li Mei-yin, and she wants to register her baby spirits or her. However, her name and birth dates are somebody else's. Will this affect her registration? Because when she was born, the mother has left the house and nobody
所以
had
到了他
her,
岁时，为了
I
领
think it's
到
birth
身份证，
certificate.
就用了邻居
So when she was 15 years old, to get an ID card, she used
李美英
a deceased
和
daughter
出
of a
生日期
neighbor,
都是邻居。
so use the name and birthday of that
如果
deceased
亲戚和
daughter
朋
of
友
the
都
neighbor.
用邻居去世的女儿的名
So
字呼唤她，她会不会承接了去世女孩的命运？
So if
开始，
relatives and friends use
我实在
the name
分不
of the
清楚，看不
deceased
清楚。
daughter to call her,
不
would
过
that
这个要分
affect
析，哇，
the deceased daughter? I don't
Yeah,
understand what
真的是。
she's asking, but let me analyze.
要分析。李美英想要为她的随子
Li
灵报
Mei-ying
名，
wanted to register her baby spirit,
你就是写李美英的随子灵，
and then you register it as
就可以。
Li Mei-ying's baby
不管你
spirit.
这个
That's
名
good
字
enough. It
是
does
谁
not
的，是邻
matter
居去世的
where you
女
got
孩
your
子的
name
名字，
from,
都
whether
不要
it
紧。
was the name of
反正
the
现在的
deceased daughter
李
of the
美英
neighbor,
就是你，
because the current
你
Li
的随子
Mei-ying
灵
is
就是
you.
你的随子灵。
So your baby
你
spirit
报
would
名
be your
李
baby
美
spirit.
英的随子
So
灵，
by registering Li
报名
Mei-ying's
就没有
baby
错。
spirit, that would be correct.
不管你那个名字是怎么来的啦，总之挂在你身上就是你的。
It doesn't matter how the name got
第二
there,
个，
but it's already on you, that's yours.
这个李美英这个名字，她的
Second,
生日也是用别人的，
and this Li
名字也是用
Mei-ying's
别人的，
birthday is also somebody else's,
不会
and her
影响
name is
报名。
also somebody else's. It will not affect your registration.
15岁的时候，为了领身份证，就
When
用
she
了
was
邻居
15 years
去世
old,
的
in
女
order to
孩
get
子
an
的报
ID,
名纸，
she used the
报生纸，
name,
她的名字叫李美英，和出生日期都是用
I
邻居
think
已
it's
去
birth
世的女儿
certificate,
的。
which is the name Li Mei-ying
但是
and
呢，
her birthday.
去世女儿的命运，
But
不会
the
是你的
Destiny
命
of
运，
the deceased daughter
不会
is
是
not
李美英
your,
的
is
命运。
not Li Mei-ying's
李美英
destiny,
的命运归你的，你
because
现在用她的名字没关
even when
系，
you use her name, it's okay,
她的命运不是你的命运。
because
如
her
果她的命
destiny
运
is
是
not
你的命运，
yours,
你早
and
就不
you're
在了，
because
你
if
也死
her
了。
destiny
她因为
is
她死了
yours,
嘛，你也
then
早
you
你
would
也
be
应该
dead
死吧，
too, because she's dead, right?
对
So
不
you
对？
would be dead too.
所以不会。
So no, that's not the
个
case.
人有个人的运，
Everyone has their own
同一个时
fate
间
and
出生，
destiny.
差个几秒钟出生的命运就不一样。
Even when you were born on the same hour or minute, and if
所以这个
there's
李美英
a
就
few
是你
seconds
的
difference,
一个
then
代
the
号，
the destiny would be different.
你的随子灵就是你的随子灵。
So Li Mei-ying is just a name,
原来去世的李美英不
and
会
your
影响
baby
你。
spirit is your baby spirit, and the
我的意
original
思是这样子讲，
deceased Li Mei-ying will
会
not
不会
affect
承接
you.
了去世女孩的命运？如果承
Will
接了去
you
世女孩子的命
will
运，你还有
you
命吗？她已经去世了
continue the destiny of the deceased girl? Of course, if you do, then you would have been
很
dead,
简单的
right?
讲，
So that's
两
impossible,
个人
right?
不同的命运，同
Two
样的名
people
字，不同的命
with
运。
different
你要查吗？
uh,
当初的时候，我
different
卢胜彦
destiny.
三个字，
there are
是
many
我
people
父
with the
亲
same
取的。
name, with
日
different
本
destiny. My
日
name
本学校啊，他当
圣
初
彦
他读书的，他在那
was
时候台湾
due to
是
my
日据
dad,
时代，就日本人
because
占
at
领的
that
时
time
代，
during
日本
Japanese
占领台湾50 年，
occupation,
占领台湾
Japan
有
was
50
in
年的历
Taiwan
史。
for 50 years,
我父亲是读日本
and
学
my
校，
father went to
我出
Japanese
生的时
school.
候是我父
When
亲
I
跟
was
日本
born,
学校的校
my
长
father asked
说
the
帮我
principal of the
取
Japanese
他
school
的
to give me a
卢
name,
胜彦，
and he
盛
gave
宴
me the
两个字
name
有
Seng
小
Yen
日
Lu,
本的味道。
And Sung Yen has the feel of Japanese Katsuhiko. In Japanese, it's called Katsuhiko. Katsu is Sung and Yen is Hiko. And this name now is hang on me, but is this name mine? Yes, of course, I am Sung Yen Lu, right? But then I checked the, what is it called? The, like the censor. So 16, the census, the register. So same name, same family name. There were 16 people around Taiwan. So will my destiny be affected by those? No, impossible. Many people with same name and family names. So 16 Sung Yen Lu in Taiwan, and the destiny of each one of them are all different. Maybe only one that becomes a living Buddha. So they're all different. Don't worry. Rest assured. Xiaoming got an Aladdin lamp and rubbed it several times. And the genie appeared. Give you a wish. What do you want? Xiaoming was very happy, very pleased, and told the genie, I want money rolling in. And the genie said, that's too easy.
It's easy. 太容易了。他说小明就回去见老板。
And Xiaoming went to see the boss.
你裁员啦！滚滚！
Oh, told the boss that now you're fired and get out, roll out from here.
他想要财源滚滚，财源滚滚的。
It's play of words of Chinese.
结果他被裁员，他被他老板。
Oh, he wanted money rolling in, but he went to work, and the boss told him that he's laid off and to get out. But it's play of words of Chinese. So what the genie said was very accurate. So when you encounter a genie, a lamb, please don't say 财源滚滚. Xiaoming asked, Mom, have you experienced what life is? All kinds of mistakes chained together and regrets. That's human life. And Xiaoming said, that's how I felt too. When did you start having such a deep experience? And the mom replied, from the day of your birth.
这个小明真的是，我们讲《金刚经》了啊。
Now we will expound Vajra Sutra.
无得无说分第七。
7. Nothing gained, nothing spoken. Let me read this excerpt of the sutra. Subhuti, what do you think? Does the Tathagata attain Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi? Does the Tathagata speak on the Dharma? Subhuti replied, in my understanding of the meaning of the Buddha's teaching, there is no such Dharma called Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi, and there is no such Dharma spoken by the Tathagata. Why? Because all teachings of the Tathagata cannot be held and cannot be spoken. They are not Dharma and they are not non-Dharma. Therefore, all sages are distinguished by effortless Dharma. All sages are distinguished by effortless Dharma. This sentence, this statement is extremely important. Nothing. Chapter 7, nothing gained, nothing spoken. The last time we talked about nothing gained and we talked about the whole night, and now we will talk about nothing spoken. What Subhuti meant was,
如来所说法，这个释迦牟尼佛
the Dharma spoken by the Tathagata, by Sakyamuni Buddha, cannot be held, cannot be obtained, and so cannot be spoken. They are not Dharma and they are not non-Dharma. So, let me ask everybody, what is not Dharma and not non-Dharma? Why would he say that? Not Dharma and also not non-Dharma. The other time we talked about what non-Dharma is. Fortune telling, face reading, throwing the trigrams, checking astrologies or the stars, predictions, how much blessings, 一张青紫微斗数, the ancient divinations, 黄极命数, 眼天罡的平量 balance, 眼天罡, 李春风's geomancy and feng shui, they're all considered to be non-Dharma. They're all non-Dharma. But what is not non-Dharma? What are or what is not non-Dharma? Anyone that can explain this statement?
我今天早上耳朵被耳屎塞住。
This morning, my ears were plugged.
不管你讲什么
Doesn't matter what you said.
有听没有到
I didn't hear.
知道你在讲话，但是
I just know that you were speaking, but I didn't hear anything.
我告诉大家，什么叫做非非法？
Let me tell you what is not non-Dharma. It seems like there is Dharma, but also it seems like there is no Dharma.
记住了，
Now remember, it seems like there is Dharma. It sems like there is a Dharma teaching, but it seems that there is no Dharma either. Why we call it Tathagata
如来是什么意思？
Oh, suchness coming in Chinese, literally. What is that meaning? What is the meaning of
无
Tathagata?
是无来无去，不是。
It's not no coming and no going,
我已
okay?
经跟你讲了，上回我就讲了吗？
I have talked about it
好
last
像
time.
有来，
It
这
seems
就是
like
如来。什么叫
it
如去？
seems like
其
it's
实如
coming.
去也是跟如来一样，
That's why it's
好
Tathagata.
像有去。
And then there's another one, Ru Chu, like going. It seems like there's a going. It seems
对不
like
对？
going.
好像有来，这个叫做如来。
So
好
it
像有
seems
去，
like it's
这个叫做
coming,
如
so
去。
that's called Tathagata.
这个如
Ru Lai
是相
and
嘛
Ru Chu. So
如就是相
Ru
嘛，
is like seems, or it seems like
所以这个
seems like
什么叫做非非
like
法？
coming or like
好
going.
像有法，又好
So
像没有，
not non-dharma is
这就是非非法。
like there is a dharma and like there is no dharma.
那么到底有没有说法呢？无
So
说，
is there dharma spoken?
真正到了最高境界叫做
No,
无
no,
说。
no spoken.
所以我讲达摩祖师啊，
Nothing spoken. The highest
And
realm,
Dharma
nothing spoken. That's why I
应该
said
给他
about
说法。
Bodhidharma.
少林寺，
He's invited
少
to
林
give
寺，
Dharma
因为他在
teaching
嵩山嘛，
at the Shaolin
嵩山
Temple,
少林寺的后山，
at the
在那边
Songsan,
练
Mount Song. At the
后来
back
出
of
来
the
大家
Mount
知道
Song,
他
he's
是
facing the wall in
得道
retreat.
高僧嘛。就
And
请他
when he
说
got
法，
out,
台
everybody
上法
knew
座，
that
不是
he
跟你讲了吗？
had attained the
那个
holy
要写的笔记本拿起来拍一下。
holiness and invited him to give Dharma teaching. And I've
好，
talked about this and
说法
just
完毕，
got
走
the
下去。
notebook, clipboard,
现在我也说法完毕。
and then that's it, the end of the teaching, and then walk down. Also for me,
就是这样，
no, that's it.
无法可说，
No Dharma to be spoken,
无说，根本没有讲的。
nothing
达
spoken.
摩祖师根本就不讲不说法的，
Bodhidharma
一上
does
去
not
就是
give
拍一
Dharma
下就
teaching.
下来，说
He
已
just
经
got up
已经说法完毕了。
and then slept,
那是
and then
最
that's
高
the
的
end.
境界，那是最高
That's the
最高
highest realm.
为什么这样？
Why was it like this?
我告诉你们一件事情，
Let
大
me
家
tell
以
you
为啊，
one thing.
我们现在地球上，
Everybody
整个地
thinks
球上有很多的国家，对不对？
there are many countries on
有
earth,
没有
right?
很多国家？有很
Are
多
there
国
many
家。
countries? Yes,
每一
many.
个国家都有很多很多的人，对不对？
And in each country there are many, many people, right?
都有很多很多的人啊，
Many, many people.
都有很多很多的房子啊，
And many,
很
many
多的车
houses.
子啊，在跑来跑去啊。
And many cars driving
现在呢，
around.
美国跟中国
And now
两个都是大国，算起来都是大
America and China are considered big countries.
啊。美中两国呢，就是
And between the
总
two
之啊，不知道
countries,
在搞什么东西。
don't know what they are doing.
我个人不参与政治啊，
I don't
我
want to
个
get
人从来
involved
不
in
参与政治。总
politics.
之的，觉得
I never did.
两边争来争去，
I just find them
也不知道
fighting.
争什么。
I don't know for what.
争啊，他们在争，
They are
跟我
fighting.
没有什么关系。
Their fightings are unrelated
他们
to
争他
me.
们的。
I live my life and they fight theirs.
那大家想一想，
So think about it.
最高的境界是什么？
What is the highest kind of realm?
这是很深的学问。
This is a very profound
在我的眼中，
knowledge. in my eyes,
就没有地球，
there is no earth.
没
Earth
有
does
国
not
家，
exist. No countries,
没有众生，没有这些人，
no sentient beings, no people.
真的，
Really.
你们争什么啊？
What are you vying
在我
for?
的眼中，
In
根
my
本就没有
eyes,
国家， 没
there are
有
no
这些人，
countries, no people.
没有谁当武林盟主，
Who's the leader of the leagues? Nobody.
现在真的就是武林盟主了。
They are
金庸小说
fighting
里面写的
to be
武林盟
the
主，
chief, like spoken in the
现在
Jin Yong novel, to be the
你们眼
chief
中有没有蚂蚁？
of the leagues.
有没有？
So in your
有啊，
eyes
我们常常看到蚂蚁在
ants
走。
are ants in your
蚂
eyes
蚁跟
inside
蚂
you.
蚁会，蚂蚁这个红蚂蚁跟
Or actually on your mind.
黑蚂蚁会不会
Yeah,
打
we
架？
see ants.
另外，
So
这
the
个黑
black
蚂蚁
ant
会不会
and the
跟黑
red
蚂蚁打
ant,
架？
will it
另外，
fight?
这
Will
个
they
小
fight?
蚂蚁会不会跟大蚂蚁打架？
Or the
大
little
只蚂
ant
蚁
fight
跟
with the big
跟
ant?
这个小只蚂蚁跟
Or
各
the
种
big
颜色的蚂蚁
ant
会
or
不
the
会打架？
small
另
ant
外
or the all
山
different
上的
colors
蚂蚁跟山
ants?
下的蚂
Would
蚁
they
会不会
fight?
打架？
And then the ant
我
from
问你，
the mountain and the ant from the valley, would they fight? Let me ask you.
以前我常常看到蚂蚁打架，
In the
在高
past,
雄
I
我住高
often
雄，
see
高雄电力公
ants
司的宿舍，
fighting.
我常常看到
I
被
live
蚂蚁
in
从这边爬过来，
Kaohsiung's
这边蚂蚁爬过
power
去，
company's
两边
dorm.
互相咬，咬到
And I
最后
see
啊，
ants coming from here,
死得
ants
有
coming from
疼
here. And they
骨
they
骸
bite
如
each
柴，
other. And then there was like
全
blood
部
and
都是死
bones
蚂
all
蚁，就是
over.
在那里啊。
They're all dead ants right there.
他们会不会争来争去？
So
会，
were they
而且那个
fighting with each
那
other?
那个
Yes.
他的那个
They used their
脚啊，互相咬啊，
claws to bite
咬
each
到最后
other.
死了一大堆。
And then lots of them died.
好像有蚂蚁，你们现在心
It
中
seems like there
好
are
像有蚂
ants
蚁，
in your
好像没
heart.
有
Think
蚂蚁。
this. And it seems like there are ants, but it seems like they are
人呐，
not
真的
ants.
是跟蚂蚁一样。
But human beings are just like ants.
你眼中有蚂蚁吗？
Do you have ants on
你有
your
没有想过
mind?
蚂蚁国？
Have you thought about the
蚂蚁是一个
ant
国一个国的。
countries?
你如果研究动物，你就知道蚂
If
蚁
you
是
research the
它们是
animals, you
群
would
聚的
know
生活，
that
是有蚂蚁
ants
这个
are
国
in
度，
colonies.
两边的
They
为了
have like
利益会
countries
争
like
的。
colonies, and for their benefits, they would fight with
你对蚂蚁
each
说法
other.
吗？
So do you give Dharma teachings to the ants?
你这样子延伸看看，人有说法吗？
And then deduce
蚂
from
蚁
it.
有说法吗？
Does the human being give Dharma teaching? Does the
这就是
ant
非
give Dharma
对话。
teaching? And this is what the not non-Dharma is all about.
我举这样的例子啊，
That's the example that I gave.
跟你们所想象的《金刚经》
May be
不一样，《金
different
刚经》确实是
from
摧毁
the Vajra Sutra that you imagine.
你得到
Vajra
什么？
Sutra
我那天问
truly destroys
丹增
everything. What have you gained? The other day I asked Tenzin
Mm.
Katso,
100年以后你得到什么？
what would you have gained
没有得到。
100 years from
我
now?
就再加
Nothing.
一句：那你现在读什么书？
Then I would
为
ask,
什么要
then
读？
why do you want to study now?
我告诉你，你做，
Please be seated.
你
Let
要
me
这样
tell
子
you.
回答，
You should answer
因为我要读一
because
些书，
I want to
是我的
study
知识，
to
懂
gain
得师
knowledge,
尊的书在讲的话，
to understand what Grandmaster is talking
无
about,
得无说。
and then to
这个是
to understand, to
正确的答案
realize and
啊。
understand that
你要
nothing
领悟
gained, nothing
为什么无
spoken.
所得？
You want to gain the understanding why there is nothing
你要领悟
to
这些
gain
东西。
and nothing to speak.
所以我今天也是主要还是讲这个标题呀、
So you
无
want
所
to understand or comprehend this. That's why today I'm still
释迦
talking
牟尼
about
佛
the
好像
title.
有说法，又好像
Nothing gained, nothing spoken.
事实
So
上也是
Sakyamuni
这个样
Buddha seemed to
为什么
give
是这
Dharma
样子
teaching,
呢？
but
是
also
不一
does
样
not seem to give Dharma
一切
teaching or
圣
did not
贤
seem to
借
give Dharma
以
teaching.
无为法而有差。
Why is this?
什么是无
Because
为法？
all sages are distinguished by effortless
无为法。
Dharma. What is the effortless
为
Dharma
什么
or the
而做
Dharma? Is you
才能
do,
无为？
you act not, you act without
我并不是
purpose.
为什么而做的。
You don't do
我今
anything
天做了一件善
because
事，帮助了很多人。
today I do
我要看明天
good,
的
I
报
have
纸有没有
helped
登
so
出
many
来，
people, and I want to check in the
还有电视
newspapers
有没有播
tomorrow.
出来？
Is it being
我这个电
published
视啊，
or on the
有没有播
television?
出我做善事的事？
Did
我
they
看到我自己
broadcast
在
the
做
good
善
deeds,
事，
the
心里就
charity that
很
I
爽。
did?
电
Because
视有
if I
播出来，
see it, I would feel
报
good.
纸没有播出来，这个我
Is
做
it
了那么大的
broadcasted
善
on the
事，
TV or
报纸也没
newspaper?
有登，电视也
How
没有
come
登，
I've done such a
也没有
great
给我播出来，
charity and it was
以后
not
不干了。
broadcasted
这个叫
in
有
the
为
media or newspaper or stuff? Then I will not do it again. That's
什么是无
called
为法呢？
yu
耶
wei
稣讲
fa.
右手做的
Dharma
事
with
不要让
motives,
左手知道。
but the Dharma without
是
motives
耶稣，
is what, like what Jesus said,
这是高
is
明的
don't let
咕
the
噜
left hand knows what
他
the
讲
right
的是
hand
这句话，
does,
三
the good
人
deeds.
即空啊。
So he's a high adept guru. That's the threefold
不为什
will
么而
that are
做？
intrinsically empty. You don't do things for anything.
你为了
That's the
点
effortless
东西
Dharma.
而做，就是有为法。
But if you do it for
所以
even
圣
a
贤有差
small
别，
reason, then that's
一切圣贤皆以
Dharma
为
with
法
motives.
而有差别。
Therefore, all sages are
你这
distinguished
个无为
by
法是清净几分，
motiveless Dharma.
是有所举吗？
So, what is the percentage of the purity? Is there anything
有所
to
为
be
吗？也
gained?
不是有所
Of
为，
course not. Cannot be hold.
只是
And
你
does it
自然
matter?
而
It
然
does not matter. It
就在
just
循环。
naturally. You just do
诸
good
恶莫
naturally.
作，
Never
众
do
善奉
evils.
行。
Always do good.
做了
After
也
you
等于没做，
after you've done it, it's the same
说了
as if you have
也
not.
等于没说。
Even after you have spoken, is
可
as
是金刚
if
经
you
是
have
很
not
高深的
spoken.
经典
The
呢，你不
Vajra
要小
Sutra
看
is
它，
very deep and
你以为很
profound.
好
Don't
讲，其实
underestimate it.
不容易
You
讲
think it's
啊，
easy
无
to
为法
explain
有
it?
所差
No.
别。
Distinguish
你到
this
底清净还是不清净？
discrimination through the motiveless Dharma? How many percent
所
purity
以我
are
们密
you?
教里面呢，有所谓清净，清
That's
净
for
分，
in
清
Tantrayana,
净分。
there is the purity
清净分是什么
percentage,
回
the
事？
so-called purity percentage.
完
And what
全
is that?
清净，就是
That
真
when
正
it's
的无为。
completely, when you are
有所差
completely
别，
pure, then that would
清
be
净的
the
两
Wu Wei
分，
Fa,
你就
the
登地
motiveless Dharma.
菩萨第二地，
If you
清净
are
四分
only
就是
pure
菩萨地，
20%, then you're
菩
the
萨
second
第
ground
四
of
地。
Bodhisattvahood. If you're
你
pure
清净的
40%,
八分，
then you're the
是
fourth
菩
ground of
萨第八
Bodhisattvahood.
地。
And then
你
if you're
清净
pure
的10分，
80%, you
是
reach the
菩
eighth
萨
ground
第
of
10地。
Bodhisattvahood. If
你清净的密教里
if
面的
you're
清
pure
净的12分半，
100%,
就是菩
you
萨
reach the
第
10th
12
ground,
地半。
and it's 12 and
你
a
到了
half
清净的
percentage
13分，
purity,
就是五
then
方
that's the
佛法。
12 and a half ground. If it's the
清净的
13,
16分，
then there's
就是
13
阿
ground,
达
5
尔
Dhyani
法，
Buddha,
就是
and then
普贤佛。
16th ground, which is Adharma Buddha or the primordial Buddha. I'm
那
sorry,
在
it may
身
not
体
be the
里面，
percentage, but anyway,
就是
2, 4, 8, 10, 12, 13.
是实地，
Inside our body, we have the 5
这个轮
chakras,
代表两
and
地，
that's 10 grounds. One chakra
开呢，
represents 2 grounds.
你
When you
开了
open
密轮，
the
得
secret
到两
chakra,
地，
you would gain 2 grounds.
开了际轮，
If you
就得
open
到
the
四，
navel chakra, you would
开
reach
了
the
心
4th
轮，
ground.
就得到
If you
六
open the heart chakra, you
开了
would reach the
喉轮，
6th ground.
就
If you
得到
open the
八
throat
地，
chakra, you would reach
开
the
了
8th
眉心
ground.
轮，
If you
就是
open
实地菩
the
萨，
crown chakra, you would become a bodhisattva of the 10th
然
ground.
后再开了顶级，
And then if you
开
open
了
the
顶轮，
the
就
top,
第
the
12
crown
地，
chakra,
开了
then you would
顶
reach
级，
the 12th
就是
ground.
第
And then if you
12
open
地
the head bum, the top knot, you
就
would
知道
reach
成佛，
12 and a half ground. And then all
这个
the
就是
way
差别。
to Buddhahood. That's the difference.
借以无为法而有差别。我讲的就是这个。
So distinguished by motiveless dharma.
不是世俗人。今天我做了善事，
So
明天
what
就
is
要
your
看报
purity
纸，甚至
percentage?
记者招待
You
会
don't want to be a mundane
明天
being
要看
who's
摄
done
影记者
charity
也来了，
today,
文字记者
and
也
they
来
would
了，
have a press
明天要看报
conference,
纸，我做了
and
善
they
事，
would have
大家都
reporters,
知道我是善人，
and then he checks the
当然就
newspaper
没有
so that
资格，
everybody knows that you've done
你只是一
charity.
个升天的份，
Then
没有
you
资格当一个
you're not
这
qualified
个菩萨，
to become a
当
bodhisattva.
一个佛。
All you can go is or a
菩
Buddha.
萨，什么是菩萨？
All you can go is to
菩
heavens.
萨是为别人，不为自
A
己。
bodhisattva is
为别人
always
想，
for
不为自
others,
己
never
想，
for
那才是
yourself,
菩萨。
never for oneself.
老为
Only
自己
then
想，
it's called a
可是有
bodhisattva.
我，
If you
我是菩萨。
always think of yourself, then you
最
have
多
self
最多
or
是
I.
人天
You're
正，
not a bodhisattva. The most you can reach is human
菩
and
萨是为
heavenly
别人
realms.
想，不为我想。
A bodhisattva
不为
is
自己想。
always thinking for others, never
这个
for
才是菩萨。
themselves. Only
但是
then
也
they're
有
called a
差别。
bodhisattva. But there are also differences.
有一个富翁正在遛狗，一个杀手
A
从
rich
草
man
丛
was
中窜
walking
出
his
来，
dog, and
砰砰两声把狗打死。
a murderer
富翁
jumped
大
from
怒，
the
你杀我的
the
狗
wood
干什么？
and killed the dog.
杀手就冷笑，
And the rich man was
有人
really
花
angry. Why did you
500
kill my
万让
my
我
dog?
取了你的狗命。
Because someone spent $5
富翁
million
看了杀手一眼，
to get your
很
dog's
激动地
life. And
握
this
住
is
他的
playful
手
of
你
Chinese.
的狗文老师是谁？我要送礼给他。
And the rich man was really shaking and thankful to him. Who's your
读书是有用的
language
啊
teacher? Who's your
哎
Chinese
真正
teacher?
看错否则哦，你当杀
I
手
want
的
to
时候
thank
啊，
him,
人
her,
家
whatever
指
the
你
teacher.
这个
So
杀
that's
那个
why
人的狗
going
命，
to
你把他的
school
狗去杀
has
了
benefits, you know. If someone asks you to kill somebody's dog
你
life,
犯错啊，
somebody's dog's life,
那
which
么
means
杀手就
somebody's
犯
like
了
busted life, you know. I mean that, you know, he made the mistakes thinking that it's his dog's life.
有一个牙齿在痛的人，他就是去拔牙，
Someone had a toothache and went for
他
a
是智慧
tooth
智
extraction.
慧去拔牙，这个终于牙齿拔好了。这
And
个
had to pay for it
病人
himself.
对牙医师讲
And the tooth
你
has
真
been
的很会
extracted.
赚钱，你3秒钟就赚了
And then the patient told the dentist, "Wow,
那
you
个牙医师跟他
you
讲如果
are
你
so good
愿
at
意的
earning
话
money for 3
我可以用
seconds
慢
and you
动
earn
作
1,500." And the dentist replied, "If you want, I can do it in slow motion."
这个也是错。
So that's also wrong.
拔牙齿，用慢动作。
Use slow motion to extract a tooth.
所以什么是一切圣贤皆以无为法而有差别？
So what is
什么是
all
非法
sages
非
are
非法？
distinguished by motiveless dharma, and what
如
is
来
not
所说法，皆不
non-dharma.
可取，不可说。
And all teachings of the
依无有定
Tathagata
如来
cannot be held and cannot be spoken.
所有的法，刚刚的笑话
无有定法，如来可说。
事实上没有定法。
There's no fixed dharma
密教
to
的
be
法
spoken.
是以前祖师传下来的。
There is no tantric dharma was transmitted by lineage gurus. Can you invent it yourself? Yes.
你密教祖师
The tantric lineage gurus invent a new dharma.
没有错，
It's
是可
okay.
以的。
That's correct.
很多的
It's
法
allowed.
都是新的法，
There are many
但
dharma,
是这个法
that are
都可以
new.
变动的，
but this dharma too is dynamic.
所以叫做无有定法。
That's why it's called, it's not fixed.
这个也要你们想一想，无有定法，如来可说。依无有
Think
定
about,
法，
ponder on this piece. Also, no fixed dharma to be spoken by the Tathagata.
不可说，
So that's
因
why
为是无有定法。
Sakyamuni Buddha often said, cannot be spoken because it's not fixed. That's why it cannot be spoken.
这个小钱跟小刘相约到森林爬山，不小心
A
迷路
and
了，
B went to
手
the
机也没有信
mountains
号。
hiking
小
and they
钱
got
讲
lost
别
and no
怕，我
more
有带地图
signals
来。
on the cell phone.
哇，小刘
And he said,
非
oh,
常
don't
高兴
worry,
连
I
忙
have
抢过来
maps.
打开一看，
And B was very happy
讲 你带的是
and grabbed
世
the
界
map
地图。
and then said, but what you have is the world map.
同样是地图啊，但是你
They are
最主
all
要
the
是要
same.
这个森
They
林
are
的地
maps.
图。
But the one that you
而不是
need
世
is
界
the
地
map
图。
of the forest, not the world map.
这样了解吗？好，Om Mani Padme Hum。
Now do you understand? Om Mani Padme Hum.